Okay, hello class, and welcome to week two. Week one, as you probably uh, can say as well as I'm saying, went by rather quickly. I do hope that you enjoyed your Fourth of July. Having said that, we will get into what week two will entail. Last week, you learned about the history of clinical psychology, how it came about, changes in the definition, and some other trends as well. You learned about um, how to become a clinical psychologist, the various places that they work, what they do. And so, in addition to that, for this week, you're going to learn, now that you know uh, what they do, where, you're going to be looking at assessment that will add to your knowledge about what they do and how diagnosis comes about, and how, therefore, how treatment is determined, or necessary treatment or intervention is determined. So, for this week, I need you to, of course, look at to read your required readings, chapters 6 through 10 this week, as well as the corresponding lecture materials. Those are located in your Blackboard. For this week's discussion board, you are going to be looking at how behavioral assessment has changed. Another trend, the attitudes and opinions of assessors or behaviorist practitioners, how their opinions have changed. One of the things when you're looking at, in terms of behavioral assessment, behaviorism, as it came about in terms of its history, was strictly the belief that any type of abnormality was learned. So, for instance, if a person was depressed, the particular theory of behaviorism theorized that they were depressed because they learned to be depressed. Or if the individual was anxious, they were anxious or suffering from anxiety because they learned to be anxious. And some of that could be the case, in particular, if you're looking at disorders like phobias. A person can learn to be anxious or develop a phobia after being attacked by a dog. So then in that instance, it is indeed learned, or has a learned component to it. But one of the trends and one of the differences now is that there is the cognitive component to the behaviorism is being acknowledged more and more now. So that's one of the things that you will be learning this week, and should be mentioned in your discussion board. Also, you will be continuing with your behavior change project. You will select an intervention or an independent variable, and you are going to apply that to your targeted behavior and note the changes, if any. And so you will prepare a 1.5 to 1 page paper about any changes that you have seen, what happened after you introduced that independent variable or your intervention to your targeted behavior. Be sure that you submit that assignment by Sunday. And in terms of your discussion board, your initial posting should be posted by Wednesday, 11:59 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you're replying to 2 or more of your peers by Saturday, 11:59 p.m. And of course, your initial posting for your discussion board is 250 words to 500, and at least 150 words in your replies. In terms of your behavior change project assignment that you are submitting this week, please submit that by Sunday. And then you will also have a quiz, your weekly quiz. Please be sure you complete that and submit it by Sunday, 11:59 p.m. as well. So make sure you're looking at all the instructions that are located in your Blackboard, and adhere to those. And if you have any questions or concerns, please be sure that you contact me. Okay? Thank you.